You're friends with President Trump, are you?
Yes, Senator, and I spoke to him this morning.
You're not enemies.
No, Senator, I don't think I'd be sitting here if I was an enemy. He'd be crazy to have me sitting here if I was an enemy.
So you're friends.
Yes, Senator.
I find otherworldly this suggestion by some of my colleagues that somehow disqualifies you. Have you ever seen a president of the United States appoint his enemies to his cabinet?
Is America's justice system turning into a political weapon? Senator John Kennedy isn't just asking questions, he's demanding answers. And when Pam Bondi, former Florida Attorney General and longtime Trump ally, faced his tough questions, things got real fast.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. General, I admire your spunk.
Coming from you, Senator, that is a huge compliment.
You know, I learned the hard way up here. You may know it already, but up here, if you turn the other cheek, you just get it in the neck.
Oh.
You're friends with President Trump, are you?
Yes, Senator, and I spoke to him this morning.
You're not enemies.
No, Senator, I don't think I'd be sitting here if I was an enemy. He'd be crazy to have me sitting here if I was an enemy.
So you're friends.
Yes, Senator.
I find otherworldly this suggestion by some of my colleagues that somehow disqualifies you. Have you ever seen a president of the United States appoint his enemies to his cabinet?
Exactly, Senator. I think many presidents, including President Obama, were friends with his attorney general throughout the years.
Okay. I want to also ask you about one of the suggestions of my colleagues. I wrote it down. He said he was concerned that, quote, you would start with a name to prosecute and then look for a crime, unquote. It made me immediately think of District Attorney Bragg in New York, who actually in 2019 ran a campaign in large part suggesting that if you elect me, I'll prosecute Donald Trump.
I believe there were others as well, Senator.
Right. How long were you a prosecutor?
18 years.
Okay. Is there anything in your background to suggest that my colleague's suggestion that you would start with a name and then look for a crime, is there anything in your background that would give him basis to say that?
No, Senator.
Okay. Have you ever done that?
No, Senator. And I
Ever
think I have a lot of former colleagues sitting behind me who would back me up on that as well.
Do you plan to do that as Attorney General?
Of course not, Senator. I hope no Attorney General going forward would ever do that.
Well, I thank you for your time today. One need not be clairvoyant to see that you're going to be confirmed. And you talked a lot about bringing us together today. I'll make this suggestion. Senator Durbin talked about it. You can bring us together if you will just answer Grassley's letters. That will be a really good start, because you'll never hear the end of it, nor should you. The man he's like a dog on a bone.
Thank you, Senator.
In this Senate hearing, Kennedy zeroed in on a critical issue. Is Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg targeting President Donald Trump, not out of justice, but political revenge? Kennedy didn't beat around the bush. He asked Bondi directly if being friends with Trump disqualified her, and Bondi didn't back down. She made it clear she talks to Trump regularly, and that friendship doesn't mean bias. After all, even President Obama had close ties with his attorney general. Then Kennedy hit the heart of the matter. He called out the dangerous trend of prosecutors who start with a name and then look for a crime. He pointed to Alvin Bragg, who openly campaigned on prosecuting Trump before even taking office. That's not justice, it's a political hit job. Bondi was quick and firm in her response. In her 18 years as a prosecutor, she's never done anything like that, and she wouldn't tolerate it as Attorney General. This exchange wasn't just about Bondi's confirmation, it was a warning shot about the future of America's justice system. Kennedy's questions peeled back the curtain on a troubling pattern when law enforcement becomes a tool for political agendas. Bondi stood her ground, calm, professional, and clear. Whether you agree with her or not, you can't deny she spoke truth to power. So, what do you think? Is DA Bragg crossing the line, or is this just the way the system works now? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you want more no-nonsense political breakdowns, hit like, subscribe, and share this video. Stay informed. Stay ready.